This is the quick start guide of setting up your account with FormDr. From the FormDr homepage, select Set up a form. You'll be directed to enter your email address. This will be the primary email address associated with the account. You will also use this email address to log in. Type your business name. Type the main administrator that will be associated with the account, and include a phone number as well. Next, create your password, and then complete your sign up. Next, FormDr is going to ask us to add forms to our first packet. A packet is a group of forms that can be sent to a patient via text message or email, embedded onto your website, or pulled up on an iPad or tablet in the office. We recommend setting up a new patient packet or a consent to treat packet, since these are groups of forms that are given to patients around a certain event. Our first form in our packet will start from scratch. All we have to do is name the form and hit Save Name. This will give us a blank form that we can build whatever we want. We can also use pre-existing templates. Simply select Template, click the drop-down, and select the template that you'd like to pick. You can customize these templates any way that you'd like. Hit Preview to see a sample of what the template will actually look like. You can select additional templates and add in as many as you need. When you're ready to use a template, simply click Use Template and it will load into your packet. If we want to add additional templates, we can definitely do that. Some of our templates include multiple forms in them. They're already packets and set up ready to go. If we click on the Medical New Patient packet, hit Preview, you can see there are 1, 2, 3 forms included in this packet. If we click Use Template, it will load all 4 forms into our packet. Now that we've added all the forms we want to include in our packet, we can click on Next to Build. Next to Build will take us to our drag and drop form builder. You can see all the forms that we added to our packet initially are listed out here. We can click through them at the top using these tabs. If we'd like to reorder any of our forms, simply click on one of the arrows. You can rename any of your forms as well by selecting the form title and typing what you need. Now we can customize this template and make it our own. Hover over any of the fields and you'll see a pencil icon will appear. Simply click on the pencil icon and it will display the full list of options for this particular field. We can make fields required so that patients can't submit them without completing this field, adjust the alignment, and we can also hide this field on print. We can delete and duplicate as well. Now for this particular field, we have the option to make it conditional. All we have to do is drag and drop elements into any conditional area. You can see as I do this, we add an additional text field, and let's ask for them to describe and give us a little bit more information if they click on yes. Once I'm finished, I click Done, and then Done again. And now we have a required conditional field, so the patient won't be able to move on without selecting this option. If we click back to our sample form, we can look at some of the options we have in our form builder. You've already seen the text field. We also have a large text field if patients need a certain space to type. We have single select options as well. This will give the patient access to select only one of these options. You can add multiple options in here too. You're not just limited to the 2. Once added, you can see we can only select one. If you need a patient to select multiple options, we recommend the multi-select options group. The drop-down works in much the same way as a single select group. We also have a single checkbox as well. If you wanted to make a single checkbox conditional, simply toggle it on, and then drop the elements that you want to include in that condition. You can upload general images to your form, as well as diagrams so that patients may draw where they're in pain or where they may be seeking treatment. We have card photo uploads as well. You can set these up for insurance, ID cards. If you only need one image, you can always select the only one image toggle. We have an upload file as well, if you need to collect a document from your patient. And then of course, we have our signatures and dates as well. We make it real easy for patients to sign from a phone, tablet, or computer. There are many formatting options. Among these are titles, paragraphs. You can style your paragraph any way that you need, whether a header, bold, italicize, bullets, links, and much more. We do recommend columns if you have several elements that you want to include and you'd like them to stack next to each other. You can drag and drop multiple elements into columns and then also adjust how many columns you'd actually want. We have 2 through 6 columns that you can include. If you would like for a form to print on a new page, we do recommend adding in a page break. This Use as Page Break toggle means that this will print as a new page. If you have several elements that you need to move around, we do recommend using the Group tool. It looks very similar to a column, but you can drag multiple elements into it. Then simply click on the Edit button, select Move, and select the form that you would like to move that group of elements to. You can see we just moved it to the last form in our packet. If I scroll back up, you can see it's now on the release form, whereas previously it was on our first form, the sample form. All these elements were moved at once. Our last element down here is the pop-up paragraph. If the patient clicks on View, it will pop up with an additional paragraph of text. Not all forms need to be shown to the patients. In some cases, we may want to include doctor's notes or office administrative only tabs in our packet. If I was to go and change this title to doctor's notes, this isn't something that we would necessarily want to show to our patients. All we have to do is click on the Hide from User toggle here, and now this form will be hidden from the patient whenever we send it to them. The patient will never see it, and all the other forms will be shown and displayed in the packet to the patient. Once you've built your forms the way that you want them, click on Next to Style. Next to Style will give you options to update your packet with your logo, brand, and styling. The first thing we'll want to do is to adjust our header visibility. We can turn our header visibility on, and that will give us access to add our logo. I'll browse, select my logo, and click Open. I'm going to give my packet a background. How about a nice blue? And then adjust our header color so it looks good with our logo. Finally, once my forms are completely styled in the way that I want them, I can click on the Next to Publish. Now that your forms are published, you'll want to name the packet. I'm going to name this packet New Patient Forms. since this may be the packet of forms that I would send to a new patient. After you finish naming your packet, you can embed the forms directly onto your website using one of the codes below, or simply click on the URL to view the live published forms.